Well, everyone, a warm welcome to Splendor 2021, the virtual inclusive international conference on the future of education. I am Aparna Bhaskar, co-founder of SILRE. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this workshop on developing self-awareness in learners. Let's start by sharing the code of conduct that we will all observe during the workshop. Please be respectful of each other. We believe collaboration over conflict will get us the best results. We are here to have a disruption of ideas and not disruption in the meetings. The etiquettes we will follow. Please mute yourself when others are speaking. Please raise your hand to speak and you will be recognized. Please be on time, come prepared. Keep your video on at all times. This is an interactive conference and workshop, so please interact and participate. Now, let's get to know a little bit about our attendees here today. Please click the link in the chat box and take the poll. You can also scan the QR code you see on the screen. Wow, lots of people are taking the poll. And we have a good complement of educators and college students as well. Well, we still have some time till the voting closes, as you can see. Wow, I am extremely curious and very excited to learn more about self-awareness, as I'm sure all of you are. Let's start in true SILRE fashion with an icebreaker, a food for thought story. There was once a highly educated, very successful man who went to visit a Zen master to find solutions for his problems. As the Zen master and the man conversed, the man would frequently interrupt the Zen master to interject his own beliefs and ideas, not allowing the Zen master to complete many of his sentences. Finally, the master stopped talking. He gave up and offered the man a cup of tea. When the Zen master poured the tea, he kept pouring even though the cup was full and the tea overflowed into the saucer. The man shouted out, "Stop pouring. Can't you see the cup is full?" The Zen master stopped and said, "Similarly, you too are full of your own opinions. You want my help, but you have no room in your cup to receive my words." This story is a reminder to all of us that the path to self-realization is to stay conscious of your own beliefs and always be open to learning. How true is this? I'm sure we have all come across these terms, being self-aware, self-realization on many occasions. But how much do we really know about this? What do they mean? How can I become self-aware? And why is it important? How do they affect our learning curve? And do they even affect our personality? To throw light on this topic and guide us on how to become more self-aware, we have an esteemed subject matter expert, Dr. Alka Saxena, with us today, and I am delighted to introduce you to her. Dr. Alka is a doctor by profession and has over 25 years of experience working with children. She is a certified positive discipline parent educator, a life skills education trainer, and a parenting coach. She has designed and developed a number of workshops for students, parents, teachers on topics like enhancing early childhood education, creating readiness in children for stepping into school, safe touch, puberty, perspective building on life skills, integrating life skills education, value education, and gender sensitivity with lesson planning. With this introduction, I would like to welcome Dr. Alka Saxena. The stage is all yours. We are looking forward to hearing and learning from you, Doctor. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Aparna. I'm delighted to be here and to be a part of Splendor. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizers for inviting me here and for giving me the opportunity to conduct this session. I'm really excited to conduct the session, and I hope all of you are as enthusiastic as I am. I look forward to getting to know all of you better and also to help you learn something about yourself and how you can help learners learn more about themselves and to be more self aware. So, let us start with a short. I'll just start my screen share and we will uh, start with a short icebreaker. So, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can, Dr. Alka.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Parna has already given you my introduction. Just to add a bit to that, I work with Bluebell's Group of Schools and I work as the Deputy Director Health and Wellness at Bluebell's Group of Schools. I have been working with schools for more than 25 years now, and I really enjoy working with children. I also have recently started my own blog, and you can visit my blog on www.wellnesswise.in. It's a health and wellness blog, so do visit the blog. So let's start with an icebreaker. And what I want you to do is, all of you must be carrying a pen and or a pencil and paper. So what I want you to do is that write the alphabets of your name in a vertical line, like I have written ALKA, what you can see in pink. Write the alphabets of your name in a vertical line. Now, beginning with each alphabet, write an adjective that best describes you. For example, I have written A for A is awesome, L loving, K kind, and A again is artistic. So this is what describes me. And if you like, some of you could also share in the chat box. Okay, I already see responses coming in. We have Vidya writing victorious. We have Vidya also writing intelligent. And we have Nandini writing N nice. I have more adjectives coming in. Sherlyn says S stands for shine. Then I have Vidya writing dedicated, young. Wonderful. It's so nice to see all of you writing about yourself and getting to know you. Lakshmi says lovable. Padma says perseverance. Maria's M meticulous. Vidya also adds auspicious. Okay, I have Shreya writing S shy, H helpful, R respectful, E empathetic, Y useful, and A aware. And Renu says R is realistic, E energetic, N nature lover, Q understanding. Thank you so much for your responses. Okay, now let's do some reflection. And here are some questions. What I want you to do is complete the sentence. So on your, again, your piece of paper, you can write the beginning of the sentence and you can complete it as you like it. So the sentences are I am happy when, I get angry, I fear, I'm inspired by. Anyone who would like to share the response, you can unmute yourself and share.
Can I go first? This is
Yes,
Nandini
please.
here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm a mother, wife, and a daughter. I'm happy
Wonderful.
when I'm with my family.
Mhm.
I get angry when I do a mistake which affects others. I get
Mhm.
angry about myself. I always fear that I should not let my family and friends down. That fear is always with me. I want to make the best of whatever I can do. I'm inspired by one of my gurus or my boss in my walk of life. He always, brings in such nice concepts into our life. I get inspired every time I talk to him. This is me. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nandini, for sharing that.
Yeah.
Anyone else would like to share?
Hi, I'm Vidya.
Hi.
I am a loving soul. I'm happy when children are around me. I get angry when I don't complete my tasks. I fear that I may not give my completeness to everybody. I'm inspired by the inspiration that is around me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else would like to add?
Yeah, I am Padma.
Hi, Padma.
I am passionate, which is how I will describe myself. I'm
Okay.
happy when I'm able to express myself in a situation like this. Perhaps would like to put my opinions forward. I get angry very infrequently. In fact, I do not get angry. I fear. No, I don't fear anything also, but I'm inspired by all the people who are working towards improving the world. The world by I mean by especially working with children, so that you can understand them and work along with them.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else would like to add? I'll take one more response.
Can I add in?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Padma Kumar here. I would call myself as a happy divine soul. I'm happy when my children are happy.
Okay. Wonderful.
And I get angry when things don't fall into its place. Losing friends, because I value a lot my friends. So I fear of losing friends. My father and also all the people around the world who work for the.
Okay. Thank you so much.
World peace. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for sharing all your responses.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we'll have another poll on Mentimeter. Where we'll be you will be sharing on word cloud, not a poll really. So what I want you to do is that what comes to your mind when I say the word self-awareness, please go to the Mentimeter site once again. Yes, and you'll find your question there. So in the answer, just put in what comes to your mind when I say the word self-awareness, and you can give up to 3 responses. And each response can have only can have a maximum of 25 characters. Okay, I have responses coming in there. To know yourself, acceptance, to know yourself, knowing, wonderful. Being aware of my thought, knowing. Could you please put in your responses in the Mentimeter also? Okay, I have more words coming in there. Feeling with me, acceptance, self-power, meditation, listening, conscious, empathetic, to know yourself, feelings, my assets, self-discovery, being aware, self-knowledge. Okay, acknowledge my feelings, know my thoughts, inner peace. I have acceptance coming in again, self-knowledge, acceptance, being aware. Wonderful. Being informed, understanding, knowing my true self, my asset and liabilities. I see acceptance growing in more and more people are writing acceptance and being aware, being in the present. Okay, I have more responses coming in. Be motivated, know myself, know my thoughts, know my emotions, aware of strength and weakness, aware of happening, listening to inner voice, being in the present, being strong. Wonderful. So we have a lot of responses coming in there. Okay, so let us see what self-awareness means and what some of the studies say that what is self-awareness in addition to what you have written on the Mentimeter. So self-awareness is the capacity for introspection and the ability to reconcile oneself as an individual separate from the environment and other individuals. It includes our recognition of self, of our strengths and weaknesses, our desires and dislikes. It is also the ability to focus on oneself and also how our actions, thoughts, or emotions do or don't align with our internal standards. If we are highly self aware, we can objectively evaluate ourselves, manage our emotions, align our behavior, our values, and understand correctly how others perceive us. So, self awareness includes all this. Besides this, self awareness has also been included in the 10 core life skills that have been given by WHO. And Daniel Goleman has also listed self awareness as one of the 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. So let us see what Daniel Goleman says about self awareness. Daniel Goleman describes self awareness skills as knowing what we are feeling and why. They are the basis for good intuition and decision making. Self awareness, according to him, is a moral compass. His theory on emotional intelligence describes 3 competences which are involved in self awareness. These are emotional self awareness, that is, recognizing one's emotions and their effects, accurate self assessment, that is, accurately knowing what are our strengths, our limits, and self confidence, that is, a strong sense of one's self worth and capabilities. These 3 skills, according to Daniel Goleman, are critical to the development of emotional intelligence. So, that is what is the importance and the value of knowing of being self-aware and worth putting your time and energy into developing this skill. Let's see how self-aware are you. Once again, I would like you to go to Mentimeter the Silvery team please share the screen? Yeah. Once again, there will be some questions which will appear. Okay, already I see people are answering. Okay, how often do you reach for your phone thinking you'll soon read the news feed for a few minutes, but by the time you look up, an hour or two has passed? So on the pie chart, we can see exactly how many people are saying, giving what answers. Many of you are saying often, some are saying sometimes, some are saying rarely. So we have 8 responses which are saying often, 7 which are saying sometimes, and 5 which are saying rarely. And see how the pie chart is changing as more and more of you are answering. Now I see more of sometimes and less of often. That will also help you get an idea how many times you see you start browsing your phone and you don't realize how much time has passed. I hope everyone has been able to open Mentimeter. Okay, thank you for your response, Nandini. Yeah, if anyone needs help, please let us know. Okay. So we have 11 responses saying that they sometimes do that, 10 saying that they often do it, and 5 saying rarely. Okay, can we go to the next question? How often are you able to identify your feelings? Okay, I have 2 responses saying often, 2 saying sometimes, 10 saying often, 4 saying sometimes, 11 saying often, 12. Okay, 5 saying sometimes, 13 saying often. Okay, wonderful to know that so many of you can identify your feelings. Okay, there's a response coming in rarely. It's good to have that awareness as well. Okay, so I have 17 responses saying often, 5 saying sometimes, and 1 saying rarely. Okay, more and more people are answering. Okay, I have 1 response saying not sure. Okay, can we go to the next one, please? Okay, how often do you feel lost? It's very interesting to see how the donor chart is moving. 6 responses for often, 4 for rarely, and 9 for sometimes. Okay, wonderful. We have 14 people saying that sometimes they feel lost. 6 are saying often and 6 say rarely. Okay, the number has increased to 15 for sometimes. Can I have the next question? Do people understand your real self? Okay, out of the 25 responses, we have 10 which say sometimes, 4 which say often, 2 say not sure, and 11 say rarely. We have 28 responses till now. Okay. So out of the 30 responses, we have 11 which say sometimes, 4 say often, 2 are not sure, and 13 rarely feel that people understand them. Okay, can we have the next question? Are you able to differentiate between thirst and hunger? And this is the last one. Okay, out of the 29 responses that we have, 19 say that they are, out of the 30 responses, we have 20 who are saying often, 2 are not sure, 1 says rarely, and 7 says sometimes. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your responses. And I hope that has helped you to become more self-aware. Okay, so why do you think self-awareness is important? Why do you think it is important? Do you think it is important first? And if yes, then why do you think it is important? Anyone who would like to answer that?
Yes, I think it is very important because you need to be sure of how you interpret something. So you want to express your opinion. When you're expressing your opinion, you have to be conscious that that is what you are actually feeling or thinking. That is, you have to be aware at all times when you are interacting with people about yourself. You have to be aware of yourself.
Okay, so you feel that one needs to be aware of one own self, especially when interacting with others.
Yes.
And it's very important to know ourselves. Okay, thank you so much for your response. Anyone would like to add to that? Do you think it is important, self-awareness? And if yes, why do you think it is important?
May I?
Yes, please. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Okay. When you're in, when you're into something,
Yes.
you should know, you should have a clarity of what you're doing.
Mhm.
So, if you're going to, for example, if you're going to pursue a job, as to what your strength is, what you are exactly looking
Mhm.
for, then you'll be
Mhm.
wondering your potentiality, what is what you're empowered with. Then if you're not aware of it, then it will be difficult for you. You'll be just loitering around looking for something, not knowing exactly where you fit it to and
Okay, we're losing her
what
voice.
career you fit into.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely, ma'am. It's very important to be self-aware and to know
Hello.
ourselves. Yes. Yeah, I'm also getting responses in the chat box, which is saying it helps us to find peace. When we are self-aware, we are able to experience ourselves as a unique and separate individual. There's another response which says, yes, it's important as you become aware of yourself and manage yourself better. So, so we all feel, most of us feel that it is important to be self-aware. So let us see how important it is to be self-aware. So it is important to be self-aware because it helps us to recognize ourselves, as you also said. Then it also helps us to know when we are stressed or feeling under pressure. Because if we do not understand when we are feeling under pressure or when we are feeling stressed, we will not be able to manage that. It is also often a prerequisite to effective communication. Like I also got in one of the responses that to we should be able to uh, effectively communicate whatever we want to, and for that we need to have self-awareness, and it is also essential for interpersonal relationships and developing empathy for others. In addition to that, it is also the way in which a person talks about him or herself that defines for others and oneself the sort of person he or she chooses to be. If I appear to be very hesitant about things, or if I don't appear confident, then people will also see me like that. And that is how I will get defined. And if we don't define, self awareness also helps us to define ourselves. Because if we don't define ourselves, then others may define us. And they may define us in a way that suits their needs and desires rather than our needs and desires. And when that happens, what happens is that if other people are defining us, then we start doing in accordance to what they want us, what they want us to do or how they want us to be. And as a result, we may feel that nobody is understanding us and we are merely being run by other people and we are not in charge of our own lives. Self awareness also helps us to make an assessment of ourselves with respect to our aspirations and helps us in charting the course of our life. Now, when we are deciding on a career or when we are into some profession, we also need to understand where we want to go in this profession or in this the paths that we have taken. So being self-aware helps us to chart out that path for us. Self-awareness also matters because being self-awareness is a starting point for self-improvement. By getting to know our strengths, weaknesses, feelings, and emotions, we can start living actively rather than passively. If I am aware of my strengths, my weaknesses, or my desires, my likes and dislikes, then I will try to live a life which create a life which I want to live, or which in which I will be happy. If I am not aware of that, then I will keep living life as other people tell me. So, if we want to lead a fulfilled and happy life, and if we want to lead an active life, it's very important for us to be aware of our own self. Also, we'll experience better relationships, formulate better strategies for improvement, skill development, and find greater peace within ourselves. If I'm aware of my strengths, I will accordingly develop my skills, and whatever I do in life will help me find more peace with myself. It also helps us like ourselves and feel good about ourselves, which is very important. It helps us realize that we are worthwhile and competent and we are a unique person. It's very essential for each one of us to feel that we are unique and valued for something that we have. It also gives us the confidence to face challenges, to trust our family and friends and those around us, and to be optimistic about the future. So there is enough reason that we should start uh, putting our time into developing this skill, that is the skill of self-awareness. Okay, now it's time for another activity. And I have shared one activity sheet with all of you. I hope you people have taken out the printout. Have you? Okay. Can you just give me a thumbs up if you've taken a printout? Okay, thank you. Okay, wonderful. I see a lot of people who have taken out. So I want you to take that activity sheet and we're going to do something that is called the SWOT or the SWOT analysis, where S stands for strengths, weakness, the W is for weakness, O is for opportunities, and T is for threats, or C is for challenges. So it is a SWOT or a SWOT analysis that we're going to do today. And this is what your sheet looks like. Can you all just hold up your sheets? Can we have the rest of the participants please switch on their cameras? Okay, wonderful. I see a lot of responses in the chat box. Okay, so you drew it, Padma, perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine if you've drawn it. Okay. So what I want you to do now is that in these boxes, write the way I have written. In the blue box, on one side, write S. In the pink box, write W. O in the green box, and T/C in the yellow box. Once you've done it, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, wonderful. Okay, once you've done it, please give me a thumbs up. In the blue box, please write S. In the pink one, write W. In the green one, write O. And in the yellow box, please write T/C. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is, before we begin with this exercise, now, as you know that the workshop is about developing self-awareness to find inner peace. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes for a few minutes. And reflect on what inner peace means to you. Whenever you feel like it, you may open your eyes, and if you feel like it, please share. If you're comfortable sharing it with the group, you can unmute yourself and share with the group as to what inner peace means to you.
Being happy.
Okay, being happy.
Just following your intuition and be who you are.
Okay, wonderful.
Being in the moment.
Being in the moment. Okay, wonderful.
Not being stressed about anything, and yeah.
Where also when you feel a sense of blankness in the mind, absolute blank.
Okay.
No thought, no thoughts.
No thoughts. Okay.
Accomplish a goal. When you close your eyes, just no thought.
Okay, no thoughts come to your mind. That is inner peace for you.
Or be mindful.
Have some peaceful time.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Okay, thank you so much for sharing.
Without thinking anything, no stress. Just be to yourself. And
Okay, just being yourself. I think your voice was cracking a little, so I couldn't get the whole thing.
I'm keeping away the worries and just being positive, thinking positive.
Okay,
Close to nature.
close to nature. Okay.
And when my mind listens to me.
Okay, when your mind listens to you, you feel an inner peace.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So what we see, a lot of responses coming in there, and inner peace can mean different things to different people. For me, inner peace may mean getting a job well done or accomplishing something. For another person, it may mean just being close to nature. For another person, it may mean happiness. So it is different things for different people, and each one of us has our own meaning of inner peace. And only when we are self-aware and we know ourselves, we are able to find that inner peace. So what we're going to do today is, in the SWOT analysis, what I would like you to do is that in the box, that is the blue box, I want you to write your strengths. Please write some of your strengths. And in the pink box, I would like you to write, what do you think are some of your weaknesses? Once you've done this, now based on your strengths, what do you think are some of the opportunities for you to find that inner peace? When you did that reflection a few moments back, and you understood for yourself what inner peace means to you. Now, based on your strengths, what do you think are some of the opportunities that are available to you? And based on your weaknesses, what do you think some of the threats or challenges that are there in your life that may come in the way of your inner peace or you attaining that inner peace? Based on your strengths, what are the opportunities for you? And what are, based on your weaknesses, what are the threats or challenges that may be coming in the way of your inner peace? If anyone has finished and would like to share.
So should I discuss about each points?
Yes, if you're comfortable with it.
Okay. So my strengths are I'm a good communicator. I can be connected to children very well. I'm a good learner. I can do multitasking, and I have that leadership qualities, and I'm people friendly.
Okay.
So based on this, my opportunities are I can be a very good influencer. So I can be in the marketing team. I can work with children, and I can take up leadership jobs.
Okay.
And my weakness is I'm not organized. I procrastinate things. I get attached very quickly, and I respond. I usually respond to usually react to situations.
Okay.
So the challenges what I face based on my weaknesses, I cannot complete tasks on time. So there's a lot of chaos, and I have to hurry things. And as I react and I do not respond, I lose my inner peace very often. And as I get attached to things, that may lead to disappointment sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing. So now that you have got some idea of, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are the opportunities and threats, what is it that you can do about it, or what are some of the things that you can work on to help you get a little more closer to get, reaching that inner peace or attaining that inner peace?
Yeah, you want me to share about this?
Yeah, if you're comfortable with it.
Okay, that's what I have to learn to respond to situations and not react. And I should be more organized, and process oriented to make my things go easily. And I have to work on my patience. Yeah, so these are the few things where I have to work on. to get my inner peace.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So does that help you to, to get some direction of where you want to take your life or how you want to be in the future?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Since I know my where I have to work on, if I really put effort and work on it, then I'll be able to reach my inner peace quickly.
Okay. Thank you, Vidya. Anyone else would like to share? Anyone is facing any challenge while writing this or difficulty?
No, Alka.
Yes.
I would like to say, but I thought I will give opportunity to others also to speak. We should not be people always trying to talk here. So if nobody wants to go, I would like to go.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, my strength is communication. I'm very empathetic. Given that the opportunity is, I do not get into any trouble. I make myself very clear when I'm in a spot. So half of my job is well done. My weakness, I'm very emotional, and I expect when I do something, I expect some kind of a reward, which I think I should not. Reward in the sense, at least some appreciation. So I think I'm working on that. The threat or the challenge that I think is failure of anything that could have achieved with that. I always feel that I could have done little more better. Instead of failing, if I'd put little more effort, probably it would have been a much better success. So these kind of things that keep coming on to me. So I'm working, thinking that, okay, if it is 10% done today, at least tomorrow I should make it 12. I'm taking small steps towards that.
Okay.
This is what it is.
Okay. Thank you so much. Nandi, are you an educator?
No, I was working as one of in US. I was working with students, but not completely educationalist or anything like that. But as a mother, I was volunteering, and I have a psychology background. That's
wonderful.
another thing.
Okay. So based on that, what would you, also based on your personality, what are the opportunities that you see around yourself? What are the things that one could do?
See, I'm good with people. I manage people in any situation. Maybe they're happy, they're sad, they're traumatized. They can be any emotional feeling they may be having. I can handle that very well. I make sure that they have confidence in me. They open up with me. Even the children, most of my friends, they don't talk to my friends, but they come back to me saying that, Auntie, can you do this? Can you do that? So I'm good at with people's person. I would call myself as a people's person.
Okay.
So that's me. I have a HR background, so I hope I'm a good HR when it comes to people. If not process oriented, at least I'm good with people. That's for sure.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alka.
Anyone would like to add or share what they've written or any insights that they may have? Even if you don't want to share the entire thing, which I can very well understand. If you would like to share anything that that you found helpful, or you found this is something that I need to do, or this is something that will help me.
I'm amazed at the clarity of thought that the previous two speakers had, like they could identify their things. I don't think, I was not able to come up with things, but after listening to them, yeah, I could just introspect more. And I think, yeah, that's what I wanted to share.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, I'm Lakshmi. I would like to share something. Basically, I would like to say something. I think I should work on it. It is, yeah. See, thing is, a little bit of a perfectionist. And sometimes even the smallest of mistakes, which I commit human error, it remains in my mind, keeps building. I keep building upon it, and then I brood. So I think that doesn't help me. So yes, that I think is something I need to work upon. And other than that, I would really, I'm not very happy about delegating anything. Like I would like to be like in control or something like that. I think those are things, aspects which I think I would like to work upon. So that's it.
Okay, so what will help you in, if you what is it that stops you from delegating, and what is it that will help you in case you need to delegate something?
I think the same thing. I am worried if errors are committed, the same thing. I keep brooding, like I said, even a small thing, I keep brooding. So I feel that if I were to do it, maybe I would do better. So something of that sort. So I think that is something that's not very good about me. That's what I feel.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Anyone would like to add?
Yes, ma'am, can I?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, so this SWOT analysis helped me to understand. I always think I have a strength or I have a weakness, but this helped me to understand there is an opportunity also. So if there is a weakness, there's a chances where I can create opportunity and overcome my weaknesses. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, Renu. Okay. Yeah, so that is what a SWOT analysis helps us in do. Most of the times we are just thinking that we have this strength or we have this weakness, but we are not thinking of how to leverage on our strengths or how to overcome our weaknesses or the threats or challenges we will face because of the weaknesses that we have. So this helps us get an insight into this, our entire, not just our strengths and weaknesses, but also what are the opportunities which are available in our environment or around us or because of our nature that we can take up, and what are the challenges that we may have when we are either working or in our interpersonal relationships or any other thing, and how we can overcome that. So if we see an example of SWOT analysis, like many of you have shared, so this is one example that I have taken up with the permission of someone who had conducted the SWOT analysis with me. So she had a passion for interest and knowledge, confident, open to learning, creative and emotionally intelligent, which gave her the opportunities of having more career opportunities, following passions, and pursue courses in, because a creative person could pursue courses in art and take up leadership roles or seek opportunities in college or workplace. However, used to find it get overwhelmed by feelings and emotions, and was idealistic and perfectionist and used to worry, so would get stuck. So this, when doing the SWOT analysis, helped her to understand this and realize about this about herself and to work on these points. So a SWOT analysis, what it does is that it is a useful technique that helps us to identify strengths and weaknesses and analyze the opportunities and threats we have. What makes it powerful is that with a little thought, it can help us uncover opportunities that would not otherwise have been spotted. And by understanding weaknesses, one can manage threats, challenges that might otherwise stop one's ability to move forward. It also helps us to understand better who really we are as a person. It maximizes our strengths and diminishes our weaknesses. It explores and enhances our soft skills as well as our hard skills, and helps us to understand our preferences and personality traits. These are some of the other benefits of doing a SWOT analysis. It can help us in goal setting or developing strategies to attain our goals, to have a clear vision, and on our path of lead us on a path of success. So let us now look at some of the ways that we can enhance self-awareness. So one of the ways is practicing mindfulness and meditation. I've also given you a handout for this. So what we're going to do right now is, I would like you all to just stop everything that you are doing and to focus on the present moment. So just stop everything that you're doing and take a few deep breaths. This is a technique which is developed by John Kabat-Zinn, and it is a technique for mindfulness. So just stop everything and take a few deep breaths. And now just observe everything. Observe the sensations that you are having in your body, the feelings that you have at present, the thoughts that you have in your mind. Are you able to focus on your thoughts and feelings? And now proceed with what. So this is a simple technique. Now, when you did this, would anybody like to share the experience, how they felt or what anything they observed that they were not aware of otherwise? Anything anyone would like to share? So many a times we are in the autopilot mode in our life and we are not even aware of either our feelings, our thoughts, or even the bodily uh, sensations that we have, or how we are feeling at any particular, even our surroundings. We are many times not aware of that. So mindfulness helps us get into the present moment and focus on the present moment and on ourselves. There are other techniques for mindfulness, like creating mindfulness cues. For instance, you can have simple cues for yourself, because generally what happens is in our daily hustle bustle of our daily life, we start going on an autopilot mode and we lose awareness of the moment. So just to bring you back into the present moment, one could make cues like whenever I drink water, I'm going to be more mindful. So I'm going to focus before I start drinking water. I can take a few deep breaths and just come to the present moment and connect more with myself and understand how I'm feeling at any particular moment. Then there can be other cues, like you can make whatever cues, like when my phone rings, I'll become more mindful at that moment. So these are some of the ways that one can, practice mindfulness. Then focusing on sounds, focusing on breath, these are some of the other ways. Also meditation, where you focus either on breath or a mantra or a feeling. These also help you connect with yourself and to become more self-aware. Then yoga is another way which helps you become more self-aware. So though it is a physical form of exercise, but it is also a mental form of exercise, because when you're doing yoga, they ask you to focus on your particular muscle group or on the part of your body, and you become much more aware of your own self and your own body, and even your mind and thoughts. Similarly, take time to reflect. Always, keep some time. And different people do the reflection in different ways. Some people like to write a journal. Some people just like to think, sit quietly and think. So whatever you're doing, just try to reflect. Maybe at the end of the day, or after you've had a meeting with someone, or any kind of thing in your life. Maybe you've been upset about something, so just think and reflect on, what are the things, what were the feelings, what were the thoughts in my mind, and what was my behavior? Was it in accordance with my values or not? Or what was it disturbing me, or was I feeling satisfied? How I was feeling at that time? Then you can do journaling. Journaling is a wonderful way to know yourself, where you can write about anything. So journaling can be done in many ways. If you do a search on the net, you will find many ways in which journaling can be done. It helps us to identify, and accept our thoughts and feelings and get clarity around it. Because when we note down things they become more clear. So one way of doing journaling is by doing with using the bullet journal method. bullet journaling, this is a book by Ryder Carroll, which I often, use for journaling. It's a wonderful book if anybody wants to read. So it's just that it has helped me a lot. That is why I would like to share with you. So journaling, in journaling, you can maintain your daily log, you can maintain your weekly log, monthly log. You can even, write down as to, you can have a water log. Are you drinking enough water? Because like I used to forget to drink water. So I started maintaining a water log, and there are beautiful stickers available. I like to make my journal very, very colorful, and I like to, this is my daughter's journal who has written this quote on it because she loves uh, to write these quotes. So these are things that one can do, and journaling is a lovely thing that really helps you find yourself. You can use colorful tapes, like I often use these tapes as borders, and there are lovely stickers available. Then you can draw if you like to draw. So you can, this is your journal, you can make it as you want it. So journaling, like I said, future log, rapid log, all these things can be done in the journal. Then another way to enhance your self-awareness is by asking for feedback. So though we feel we know ourselves, but it helps if we ask other people also. And sometimes we are not able to identify our strengths and weaknesses, whereas others are. So it's a good idea to ask other people. Then writing goals, there can be a full workshop on writing goals, how you write goals, and whether, when you're writing your goals, you also then you see whether you have reached your accomplishments or not, and whether these are really the things that you want to do or not. Then writing morning pages. This was an idea which was given by Julia Cameron in her book, The Artist's Way. So every morning, just freely writing whatever is coming to your mind. 3 pages she recommends that you write whatever comes to your mind. It helps you clear your thoughts and begin your day on with a clear head. Then taking professional help is another way that can help you get some insight into your personality and character traits, and also help you understand your thoughts and feelings. So these are some of the ways. So now a quick recap of what we have covered so far. Self-awareness, the introduction, why self-awareness is important. Then we did the SWOT or SWOC analysis. Then I talk about some ways to improve self-awareness skills. So now what we're going to do is have a short quiz. I'm posting the link in what you have to do is go to the site www.kahoot.it, and I'm sharing the pin in the chat box. So you can start with the quiz in Kahoot. It's just a short quiz, will not take much time.
Sorry, have you put the link in the chat, is it?
I'm just putting it, just 1 second. Okay. Just go to this site www.kahoot.it, and I'm sharing the pin. Okay. I hope you've all received the pin. Okay, I can see 14 participants have joined. Yes, 16 now. Okay, here's the first question for you. Okay, wonderful. There's the next one. It's the last one. Okay, thank you so much. So with that, we've come to the end of the workshop.
Thanks, Dr. Alka. We just, on behalf of Silray, we just like to take a poll.
Yeah.
If you can stop.
Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah,
Yes,
before
yes.
you do the feedback, can we have just one response from the audience as to 1 second, please. Just write 2 to 3 ways in which you will incorporate the learning of today's session in your life. Please put in the chat box. Okay, I have many responses coming in the chat box. Mindfulness, meditation, yoga, SWOT, self-awareness, SWOT journal, morning pages, reflect and journal writing, journaling, practicing mindfulness, set goals. Right. So thank you so much. Before I take your leave, I'd just like to say that there is no cure and no improving the world that does not begin with the individual themselves, is what Carl Jung said. And that is what I would like you to take away with you. So working on yourself is the best thing that we can do for ourselves. And that is the best gift that one can give to oneself and for our students also, and whoever we come across. Thank you so much.
Dr. Alka, all of us, we have a poll, a feedback poll from Silray. If you can stop sharing your screen, ma'am.
Yes, I will. Yes, sure.
Please take this feedback poll. This is from Silray.
Can you share it once again, Aparna? Because I think I clicked on the wrong button.
Can you just give me just 1 minute? I'll come on. We'll share it again. Share the poll again. Were you able to use the poll now, ma'am?
Oh. Okay, under the polls. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Alka, Dr. Alka, thank you so much for this dynamic and very thought-provoking, insightful session on how to develop self-awareness in our learners. I'm sure you have given us a lot to think about and a lot to introspect. And I'm sure we're going to take away and use many of the strategies that you have suggested for us today. We would like to thank our audience for all of you sharing your views and making this a beautiful interactive engagement. Now, before I take your leave, I would like to share my screen. What's up? Splendor 2021, the conference is about to go live at 6 p.m. I request all of you to take a break, freshen up, and join us at 6. As you can see my screen, the agenda is full of interesting people from diverse backgrounds and different professions. It's going to be vibrant, engaging, very insightful, and very, very interesting. Along with that, you can also see, I do believe you can see the session feedback as well. Thank you everyone for your positive feedback at this session. We begin at 6 p.m. sharp, everyone. We'll see you at Splendor 2021. See you all there. Splendor welcomes you all. Thank you so much. Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Alka. Good evening.
Thank you, Team Splendor, and thank you to all the audience for being a wonderful audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you at Splendor. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
Absolutely, yes, quickly, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
You can leave the meeting, ma'am. You have a different link for the Splendor for the Splendor conference. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you for joining. We'll share the joining link in the group as well, in the WhatsApp group for this workshop. We'll put the joining link there. You can leave this link for now.
Six.